my friends. Good Never Shabbos. Happy Friday, followed by a beautiful, wonderful, uplifting, restful, and above all, inspirational Shabbos Kodesh. This week's Parsha, Parshas Ki Seitze. I spoke last year about the mitzvah, the commandment of returning lost objects. The Torah says over here, do not see your brother's ox, or his sheep, nidachim baderech, lost in the way, v'salamta mehem, and turn your head. Hashiv tashivim lachicha, you have to return it to your brother. But if your brother's not near you, lo yadato, and you don't know him, bring it into your home. So it should be with you until your brother finds you out, and you should give it back to him. This is talking about, as I mentioned last year, the beautiful mitzvah, commandment of returning lost objects. As I say every single year, the philosophy of finders, keepers, losers, weepers is an anti-Jewish philosophy. We believe in personal property, and we believe in helping another person reconnect with their personal property. The idea of keeping something that you find, if it's possible to find the owner, is so against everything that we stand for. That's on a simple level, and that's what this verse in the Torah is talking about. But then last year I came up with this idea. I thought it was my own. And that is, if you find something lost, return it to your brother. If you find a lost Jew, someone who's lost his way, someone who doesn't know where he belongs, or doesn't know what it is to be part of the Jewish people, or to be part of God's Torah and God's world, return it. Return him to his owner. Return that soul to God. I was very proud of myself. I patted myself on the back for it. And then this week, I was preparing a class, and I came upon an explanation by Rav Chaim Ibn Attar, originally from Morocco, lived in the 1600s, a scholar, Talmud Chacham, who wrote an incredible Perush, an explanation on the Chumash, on the Torah, called Orach Chaim. As a matter of fact, it became so popular that people rarely ever referred to him as Rav Chaim Ibn Attar. He's referred to as the Orach Chaim, the light of life. And he says, this parsha of Lotira es shor, do not see your friends or your brother's ox or his sheep. Chiyuv hatochachos shetzrichim b'nei kel chai tzadikei olam la'asos le'am Hashem. Those people who keep God's Torah have to do this for the rest of God's nation, and have to return those lost sheep back to their shepherd. How often are Jewish people considered God's sheep, and He is our shepherd. And when someone is lost, there is a mitzvah, there is a commandment to bring that person back. Do not turn your head from them. If you see somebody like that, do not turn away. We have a responsibility to our fellow Jew to make sure that he finds his way back. The Or Chaim continues, and he says, the next pasuk, the next verse says, if your brother who lost his object isn't near you, and he's not known. He refers to the fact that the distance between us and our Creator, the exile from the temple and from Jerusalem, which has been over 2,000 years, has distanced so many Jewish souls from their Father in heaven, from their shepherd. So what do we do if they're distanced? Bring them into your home. He continues to say that that's alluding to the houses of Torah, the Batei Midrashim, the houses of study, and the Batei Knesiot, the houses, the synagogues. Bring them in there. Teach them Torah. Inspire them. And hold on to them. Ad rosh achicha oto. Until your brother searches them out. Until they come back to the proper path and rejoin God and His Torah and the Jewish people. How beautiful. How incredible. But this is what Torah Outreach Program is all about. We go into assisted living facilities, nursing homes, and we find Jews that are sadly very, very lost. There have been incidents where I assumed somebody was Jewish and he insisted that he wasn't. And then all of a sudden, he came around one day and he sat in my class. And I happened to be teaching Shalom Aleichem that we sing on Friday night. And he sang with me. And I said, what happened? He said, I forgot. Now I realize, I remember I'm Jewish. True story. Today, he never misses a class. And many times, he'll walk away from the class saying, Rabbi, I'm going to try to make this part of what I do. And before, he didn't even know he was lost. And now he's finding his way back. That's what we're all about. So, I usually don't do a funding drive, a charity drive, only once a year, twice a year, but all of a sudden this came up and I can't avoid it. So I'm asking you to become a partner in the mitzvah, in the commandment of Hashavat Aveidah, returning lost objects, sheep, souls to their master. At a time of year when that's what we're all supposed to be doing. Finding our way back. We're now in Chodesh Elul. The month of Elul, we're supposed to be reaffirming and strengthening our relationship with God. What better way to do that than to take somebody along with us for the ride. Bring somebody else back. So again, I ask you, please help us. This time of year especially. As we know, tshuva, tefillah, utzedakah, ma'avir nesra gezerah. Repentance, prayer, and charity will get rid of, pass over a negative decree. And another thing that we're going to be saying in just a few weeks, when we begin slichos, the prayers of forgiveness that we say before Rosh Hashanah. Al tashlichenu le'ezikna. Don't forget about us in our old age. That's what we're asking God. Don't forget about us in our old age. I was thinking, what a great way to remind God, so to speak, not to forget us in our old age, if we work to return these souls to their Master in their old age. Thank you, and have a wonderful Shabbos.